Hey everyone, welcome to NASCAR Best of Savage Interviews. Now this isn't your typical intro because I'm so excited to announce that this video is sponsored by Amino. Amino is an app that allows you to connect with millions upon millions of communities. This community is a perfect place to connect with other NASCAR fans from around the country and have a lot of fun in the process. Just recently, the NASCAR community has broken over 1,000 users. Amino is great because you can take quizzes that were made by other members of the community. Not only that, but you can vote on polls and react to posts. You can even start a live chat with anyone in the community. As you can see here, I have my own RawGator chat. Each member of the community can literally start their own chat. This is my chat right here, the RawGator chat. As you can see, I'm commenting with other fans. I literally reply to everyone on my chat, so if you want to talk with me, just head on over to my chat room. To participate in the NASCAR Amino, just click the link in the description or click the link in my pinned comment. Make sure to follow the prompts to download Amino for free on iOS and Android. Or you can download Amino by searching for it in your app store and then searching for NASCAR once you're in. Remember, you can find me there by searching for my username, RawGator. Thank you all so much for listening, and now enjoy the video.
You know, he's a tough guy on pit road as soon as one of his crew guys gets in the middle of it. Until then, he's a scared little kid, and then he wants to sit there and throw a water bottle at me. So he's going to learn a lesson, and he can run his mouth on Twitter and stuff all he wants tonight. I got plenty of people that are going to watch for that, and but it's time he learns a lesson. He's run his mouth long enough. He's sat there and done this double standard, and he's nothing but a little rich kid that has never had to work in his life. So he's going to learn with us working guys that had to work our way up how it works. Still no excuse for Joey to do what he did. It's and just tired of watching these little kids whine, and then they sit there and act tough when their crew guys get in the middle of it. And it's about time. If NASCAR wants to let the guys have at it, it shouldn't be any different in hockey. Let us have at it, and then when one guy goes to the ground, then it's over. If he ever turns down across in front of me again, I don't care what lap it is, he won't make it through the other end of it. If I didn't hit the chip, he wouldn't have made it through turn one to begin with. So, you know, I'm tired of these guys doing that stuff, and especially out of a kid that's been griping about everybody else, and then he does that the next week. I mean, he's sent Denny to the hospital and screwed our day up. So, you know, he's talked the talk, but he hasn't walked the walk yet. He's always got his crew guys walking the walk for him.
He said he wants to call you this week. Will you accept that phone call?
Hell no. If he wants to talk about it, we'll talk about it. So after he threw the water bottle at me like a little girl, we'll go at it now.
Well, he's got to give room. That's why he always gets wrecked at Bristol and a couple other racetracks. First of all, he got his ride because of his name. Second of all, you got to take advantage of the opportunity. If he's points racing, you can't crowd a guy that's running. I'm on the bottom. I'm all the way to the apron. So I'm doing everything I can. Then after the checkered flag, he wants to run into me. So I run him into the fence. So Danny says, look, he ain't got to fix it. Well, maybe he needs to take his little ass over there and fix his race cars if he wants to keep wrecking. So he needs to learn a lesson.
The kid's an idiot. He wins one Busch race, and he's a cup driver now. He's done stupid stuff all year. You know, he took us out at Talladega twice in a half a lap and kept us from finishing the race. And we're just following him in practice. I mean, I'm on sticker tires, and you know, I'm just going to follow him into one. He was going in on the high side, so it wasn't like he was erratic on where he was going, but he never points down to the inside and just all of a sudden checks up and just destroys the right front of our cars. So I'm just really curious what that idiot's thinking down there. I mean, I don't think he even knows what he's thinking. He doesn't do very many smart things out there. He wrecked Casey at Vegas, and he just is proceeding to be in everybody's way every week. So just kind of curious on why he thought he had to destroy the right front of our car today in practice and happy hour.
He hung up my right rear quarter panel all the way down the front straightaway and gave the win to the 88 car. He slowed us down so much. He had no idea the 88 car was coming. And the 88 just drove right by both of us on the outside because Brian Vickers was trying to slow both of us down. Just stupid. If he would have ran his own line up at the top of the track and I would have ran my own line down at the bottom of the track, it could have been a battle between us two. But unfortunately, you race with idiots, and you know, I guess you'll have that sometimes.
Just disappointing that you got somebody old like that that's retired and should be retired the way he drives. It's just ridiculous.
And you were racing him pretty aggressively for 9th place in the turns before that. Do you think he had any reason to be ticked off at you?
I only hit him in turn one when he cut across my nose, so I don't think there was any reason other than him just being bipolar and having anger issues. So, well, I mean, you can look up, you can Google Tony's story. You'll see all kinds of things he's done. Look it up on YouTube, everything else. Quite the guy.
Yeah, I'm okay. You know, Ricky was pushing. He didn't do anything wrong. Just My fault, we had a really fast Miller Lite Ford, and, Dave, I'm just not wrecking enough people. I need to wreck more people so they'll stop throwing bad blocks, and that's what's happening to me on the plate track. So, everybody that's watching, all them drivers out there, throw another bad block. I'm just going to drive through you and wreck you, so look out and tailgate.
3 just dumped me. Exactly the reason why I'm leaving RCR, because you got those kids coming up and they got no respect for what they do in this sport, and they've had everything fed to them with a spoon. So I cut him slack all day, and he just dive bombs me in there, dumps me. So just got to thank all these Anderson Syrup guys for everything that they do. It's a shame you got to get taken out by some rich kid like that.
Nothing that we did wrong. Obviously Goodyear tires just aren't very good at holding air, so it's very frustrating when we have that down here every single year we've been here. Last year we had it as well too. It wrecked us in practice and tore up a car.
I'm more upset with Greg Biffle. He's the most unprofessional little scaredy cat I've ever seen in my life. He won't even fight me like a man after. So if someone texts me his address, I'll go see him Wednesday at his house and show him what he really needs. He needs a friggin' whooping, and I'm going to give it to him. He was flipping me off, giving the finger, totally unprofessional, 2 laps down. I mean, he's a chump. I went over there to go talk to him. He wouldn't even let me get out of the car, and he comes over and throws a few little baby punches, and then when I get out, he runs away and hides behind some big guys. But he won't hide from me long. I'll find him. I won't settle it out in the track. It's not right to wreck cars, but he'll show up at a race with a black eye one of these days. I'll see him somewhere.
Pure talent. That's about it. My pit crew did absolutely nothing to help me out tonight. My truck drove like shit, and these splitters are absolutely horrendous. You can't pass in traffic. You can't race alongside anybody. You can't get within 5 truck lengths of no one. But somehow, some way, I was able to get back to the front. Had a blast.
I watched the Busch race, and they said he was sick. So I guess whatever medicine he's taking makes him hallucinate, because he needs 3 lanes to get around somebody on the racetrack.
My frustration is Kyle's never showed his face in the garage in 10 years. He's an analyst, but it's not a very informative one because he doesn't know anything. So my beef with Kyle is he has a lot of opinions about a lot of drivers, but he's never once talked to any of them. So to be an analyst, you got to be in the trenches finding out the stories. I got here on hard work and winning. I didn't get here like he got here.
But the person that's really the biggest moron out there is the spotter of the 46 and the driver of the 46. I've been wrecking for half a lap, and they just come on through and clean us out. That's stupid. So, I don't know.
I was just sitting in the motorhome when y'all came up listening to that idiot talk. He has no idea how to race. He thinks he's in there if he drives in 20 car lengths deeper to get his nose in there. He's not. He never had position on me whatsoever. He had just got to me, so he never even made an attempt to pass us clean. But, that's why, he'll get a ride and he'll hang around for a couple of years, and people will realize that he's not really that good.
Gordon was in here and mentioned
He came in here? Jeff Gordon came in here?
He did. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, you're amazed.
That's awesome, man. I never would have thought Jeff Gordon would have came in here. That's pretty cool.
You're sitting right there, I believe.
He was sitting right here?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God. I'm sitting in the seat Jeff Gordon sat in. That's awesome. Can I take this home? Can I take this? I won the race. Can I take this chair? Thank you. I'll send somebody back for it after I leave.
Okay.
But go ahead. I'm trying to continue.
He said that if this was the old system, you'd be running away with it. Is that something?
Yeah, but
it's
not the old system.
Do you guys
why
even
are we talking about the old system?
Well, I didn't even.
In case you didn't know, we haven't used that system for 5 years now. So why are we talking about the old system?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you even?
No, you guys are the ones that bring it up. We don't care. We know what the system is.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon mentioned it. He was sitting right there. He used that same microphone.
You would think I would feel the vibe from it right now and understand that, but I don't even talk about the old system because we don't use it anymore. It's not even a factor in the equation.
I'm not going to say why I beat him because then he'll fix it, but it has to do with behind the wheel.
Next question. Go ahead, Marty.
He wasn't driving a place right. I'm sorry. If he fixes how to drive this place, he'd be right there with me.
And Kyle, what was your thought about Keselowski's little pre-race declaration?
Who?
Brad Keselowski?
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. He drives the number 12 car.
I saw it, but I passed it.
It's idiotic to be out here doing this anyway. There's no sense in being able to trying to put on some cute show for whatever the hell this is. Then you got a guy out there in desperation doing this crap like this. It's just There's no reason to be out here. These guys have spent 6 months working on these cars, busting their ass on these cars to go out there and have some guy out of desperation do that crap. But it ain't his fault. It's not. It's NASCAR's fault for putting us out here in the middle of this crap for nothing. There's absolutely. We used to come down here and worry about who's going to sit on the front row in the pole for the biggest race of the year. Now all we do is come down here and worry about how a starting park like this out of desperation is going to knock us out of the Daytona 500. We've been in meetings for 45 minutes just trying to figure out what in the hell everybody's going to do just so we can make the race. It's stupid. There's no sense in doing this.
He sucked down on my door tighter than anybody had all night. He knew how tight he was in my door. That's why I got tight and slid in front of him. So he didn't check. He had the opportunity to. He didn't like it, I guess. Silver Spoon Kid was outrunning him tonight, so we'll be all right. We got 2 weeks left, and we just want to come out and win a race.
Yeah, we heard Slugger say, hey, write down that number. We're going to Phoenix where he's going to need a win and you don't. What are your thoughts on moving forward?
I don't know. I'm here to win races. That's all that matters to me.
Back in Thunder Valley, still under caution, and Jimmy Johnson's walked out of the infield care center. Jimmy, Robbie is saying on his radio that you missed a shift. What happened?
Just like every form of racing he's ever been in, it's always somebody else's fault. He had me turn sideways before we even took the green. I didn't even have a chance to grab a gear. He was beating my bumper cover off me coming to the green because he wanted to restart in front of me. I'm trying to get my lap back as well, so he's just crying up a river like he always does. It's a shame. We got a chance to win the championship and we get spun out before we even take the green on a restart. It's wrong.
Sorry we couldn't crash more cars today. We didn't fill the quota for today for Talladega and NASCAR. If we haven't crashed at least 50% of the field by the end of the race, we need to extend the race till we at least crash 50% of the cars, because it's not fair to these fans for them to not see any more wrecks than that and more tore up cars. I mean, we still had over half the cars running at the end, and it shouldn't be that way. I don't think any of the wrecks were an overheating issue. That's why I say I think we ought to just tape them off solid and run them until they blow up anyway. I think it'd make it a lot more exciting for the fans. If we don't crash half of the field by the end of the race, they really need to extend it, because I mean, that's what the fans want. They want to see that excitement. I'm upset that we didn't crash more cars. I mean, I feel like that's what we need. You know, that's what we're here for. I mean, and I feel bad if I don't spend at least $150,000 and tore up race cars going back to the shop. So we definitely got to do a better job of that. It would have been a lot more fun if I could have got caught up in one more wreck. If I could have done that, it would have been perfect. I mean, I think if we could make it a figure 8, it'd be perfect. It would absolutely be perfect here. It'd be better than what we got. So that's going to be my vote next week, is that we make it a figure 8, and/or we can go stop at the halfway, make a break, and turn around, go backwards the rest of the way. And then with 10 to go, we'll split the field in half, and half of them can go the regular direction, and half of them can go backwards.